Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to this episode of Ask the Accountant Pitstop podcast here in Manchester 2025. As always, we've got some amazing content with you and I'm not going to dilly-dally any further. We're going to go straight into our guests. Sam, who are you and why are you here?
My name's Sam Green. Lovely to see everybody. I'm going to keep speaking into this. I'm like, where do I look? But I'm look directly.
There we are, yeah.
So Senior Account Executive at ICAEW, where we focus on compliant referrals.
Love that. We're going to get into ICAEW more, but first of all, let's talk about the event. So we're here in Manchester, sunny Manchester, very sunny. What have you thought about the event so far? What's been your opinion of it?
This is my genuine favourite event of the year. One, it's in the north, so obviously, being a northern boy myself, it's kind of nice to have something kind of Manchester-based and not having to get that 2-hour train down to London. It's the intimacy, I think, of this event. I think you get a lot more kind of quality conversations that come from it. I think you get 3,500 people here, which is still a lot, but you kind of get just a bit more time to speak with people, whereas maybe Accountex London, those Excel events, they're just a bit more loads of people constantly flowing through. You get a couple of minutes and then they're away. But I love it, and what a venue as well.
It's lovely, isn't it? I mean,
cool.
They're on about having to extend it, aren't they? Like, they feel like they're at capacity and they've got to start building it further. So who knows how big this event could become going forward. But no, I completely agree. We love this event because this is the event where we first started doing the podcasting on set and all that stuff, so it's always a special one anyway. But even before that, I'll always remember this is the one where, like you said, you have that opportunity to talk to people more. You could actually walk the whole place in one day.
Yeah.
Some events, no chance you can do that.
A lot of people do. I think they get in, they meet for about 5 minutes, get a feel for the space, and again, within 5 minutes, you know where everything is. You go, right, where do I now want to spend that time? And the talks today, I think they've got some really fantastic talks on it. We're over by Theatre 4, and I think every single one of them, there's been people just standing at the back, which shows the content quality, right?
Yeah, 100%. So what are you looking forward to at this event then? Have you got any kind of plans? Are you going to have any vendors you want to talk to? Maybe some relationships you made or anything like that? How's it going?
I think first and foremost, it's always about meeting new people. I think the most important thing for us being at these events is just brand awareness still, getting the word out about who we are, what we're doing, kind of the why behind us. But then, we've built some really nice relationships with vendors where we're working with them, especially in that kind of compliant referral space. And then, of course, the after party is always the...
It's always good, isn't it? Always good. And what events have you done this year?
So we've done Accountex, we've done alternative events, we've done this one. I'm trying to think, there must be a couple of others that we've done. So we're trying to get to a few more now. I think we've always, maybe operated in the shadows a little bit more and kind of had that more of that organic growth. But I think we're now at the point where we kind of go, look, we want to be out there speaking to people about what we're doing and the amazing partners that we're building. So, but this one, love alternative events. It's just a little bit different, kind of, again, a little bit more intimate. And then obviously the big boy, you can't not be at Accountex
exactly
Excel,
right.
can you?
Well, everyone's at Accountex, right? Yeah. That's why you go there. What do you do to take action? I mean, you mentioned there you come to a lot of events. There's a lot of events that you do and everything else. But what do you do to make sure you get action from it? Because it's a lot of time, not investment, you've got to put into these things, right? As an exhibitor and also back when you're a visitor as well. Like, what is your tips for, especially with people out there who's maybe never been to an event before?
I think a lot of it for me is in the build up to the event. So for me, it's really important to know, well, who's going to be there, reaching out to them beforehand and say, look, we're going to be there too, try and speak with them beforehand, but then say, look, let's meet on the day as well and kind of develop that relationship further. So really for me, a lot of it is in the reaching out to people and just introducing myself beforehand. Even going to the Digital Disruptor event last night, I think, who's going to be there, use that time to speak to people about what you want to speak to them about, a variety of things. Yeah, so I think that a lot of it is just about, well, who's going to be there, who do I want to speak to, and, not just scattergunning and say, let's be really, be really purposeful in who we're speaking to and why. So if people appreciate that, if you've looked into them and you know more about them and, what they do, and you can give them context as to why you're having that conversation, it's always going to be better than a cold conversation of, just kind of is there a mutual benefit here,
Yeah, I completely see that. And I think that point you made there, and not enough people kind of bring it up, is that going to an event beforehand, like setting the scene, understanding people there. These events can be really intimidating for people, right?
Yeah.
And especially if you don't have a group to go with, or and you're coming by yourself or something, those sort of events are perfect for getting to know a few people here and there, and the stories start appearing from those events, don't they? And you get to have that community aspect from it, right?
Yeah, I just think there's so many now. I know a lot of people putting on pre-events now. So I mentioned Digital Disruptors last night. I know that there was things going on at Brewdog and things like that. And I know, again, it's people having to step into those spaces. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do. But there is opportunity there to build up people that you know, find someone that you might want to, meet for a coffee, or, oh, we're going to the same talk, well, let's sit together and discuss it. So there's ample opportunity, but I think you've got to put in that time and effort yourself to be able to fully get out of the event what you want to get from it.
I love it. What do you love about this industry then? Because you've started to really push the industry, right? Like you're heavily involved in it. You've got good connections now. Yeah. What is it that's keeping you in? Because you've been to different job opportunities around as well. So you're purposely choosing to stay in the industry, but why?
It's kind of like everybody says I fell into being an accountant. I definitely fell into being into the kind of accounting vendor world with Employment Hero initially. I think the community is fantastic. I think genuinely when I see so many of the vendors in the space and what they're trying to do, everybody is genuinely trying to help. It's very rare that you get a vendor come into the space who kind of isn't on the side of the accountant or isn't on the side of someone trying to make a change. And even when we spoke about the word like disruptor last night, no one's disrupting negatively. It's all about positive disruption of how are we taking this industry forward. But, for me, everyone has just been so welcoming since it's probably been, 4 years now I've been in this kind of world. And even though, I know I got to meet yourself early on and Johan and, everyone is just so open to get to know one another, understanding what they do and then being able to come on things like this and talk to yourself about what we do and how we work. Really for me, it's just about the community feel from accountants and the vendors and everyone being in it together almost.
Yeah. Collaboration over competition, right?
Yeah.
That's what you love, but what would you change? What keeps you up at night? Like, is there something that you just wish that there was a magic wand to make better?
I don't think so in that regard. I think there's pros and cons in the sense of every accountant that we speak to, they do operate differently. And so there's no kind of set pattern, but as much as you want to change that, that's also amazing because you need to get to know that accountant, kind of get under the surface and go, right, what really makes you tick? What's your reason for kind of being in this space and what difference do you want to make? I'm never one to say, I want to change anything, but it's all, I suppose, you always kind of want things to be a little bit more linear so that if everybody was doing the same thing, it would be a lot easier, but also be a lot more boring, right?
100%.
So no, really for me, there's nothing that I would ultimately change. It was just about, us, when there is difficulties, being able to overcome those. But, that's keeps your job interesting, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you want to be still doing it, right?
Yeah.
RQ. I think, for me, the hardest bit about RQ is trying to get people to understand why they need it, right? I think that must be, you must be finding that. How have you overcome that? What's been your tips?
We've literally said that today. I think we're making people aware of a problem that they don't know they have.
Yeah.
And that can be difficult in some ways because in terms of prioritising that as this is something that we need to do. I think what's really helped with that, of course, is our partnership with the ICAEW, where we've literally built alongside them to basically codify that code of ethics of this is what you need to be doing. So a lot of it, truthfully, is education. And the misconception we see the most is I'm making referrals, but I'm not making any money from it, so it's fine. Whereas we know that from that code of ethics perspective, it's, well, actually, even if you're making referrals where you aren't benefiting financially from it, you need to treat it the same irregardless. And that due diligence around who are you referring to, why, and not just, I've known Karen 10 years, I've always referred to her. It's, what is Karen adding to that value of that relationship, and what due diligence have you continually to do on Karen to ensure that you're putting it in the right place? So the main challenge, truthfully, is the education side of it, but the beauty of it is that we then see a very organic growth. So when people then do come to us, it's very purposeful, and whether that's from a QAD inspection or whether that's from something else, it's, we know about what you do. If it's a compliance officer, I can't now turn my head away from this because I'm now aware of it. What do we need to do to put it right?
And that you've got the tool to do that. I love that. Yeah. And I think as well, what I love about RQ is you're kind of making a bit of a community as well around trusted advisors, trusted apps, and everything else. And that's the hardest thing. Like, we love coming to events like this, but it's overwhelming, right? How do you get through that, through the noise and find the goal that you want? And I think a platform like yours is really helpful in doing that, right?
Yeah, we'd like to think so. And again, part of what I love about it today is seeing people that you've already got relationships with in person. This isn't just about, new business and like driving, this kind of revenue and all that sort of stuff. This is we've got 350 accountants on the platform now. I think coming up to 1,000 firms kind of around all the different professional services. So, you see someone here, you get to have a conversation with them, learn about how they're using the platform more, and just having that face-to-face, we work remotely. So that face-to-face is so valuable, whether that's getting to their offices, whether that's seeing them in a place like this and just learning about, where they're at in their journey. So yeah, I think building that community and just starting to recognise more and more people in the space is really cool.
Amazing. So speaking of your tech stack and what you do on a use on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't have to be like an app or a gadget. It could be an item in the kitchen for what it is. But if I was to give you a time machine now, and you're going to go back 12 months.
Yeah.
So think back to Accountex Manchester last year, right? What item are you using at this point in time do you wish you could take back there and give yourself so that you could reap the reward sooner?
You know what? I feel like everyone's talking about AI at the moment, so I don't want to keep banging that drum. I've just started using Perplexity.
Okay, right.
So I sound like I'm going to sell Perplexity now, but found out if you've got a PayPal account, you get a 12-month free subscription. So it's got you're basically ChatGPT Pro alongside all these other entities. Okay. And it has been so useful in my day-to-day. And it's more kind of that conversational piece of, this is kind of what I'm thinking, this is kind of the process. What do you think, map this out for me. And I've ended up now using it pretty much every day in some form. I don't really like it I don't like AI in terms of, write me an email on this. I prefer to make that content myself, or LinkedIn posts. I think it's very important that my voice is heard. But where it's strategy, where it's, again, that conversation element of, maybe this, or I was thinking this, talk me through that. It's really helped to kind of widen my awareness of how I can be more creative in my approach.
I love that. You have stolen my next question about AI, but we'll change it a little bit. So if I was giving that same time machine, we're going to go forward 12 months.
Yeah.
How do you think AI is going to affect your platform and your work that you're doing? Do you think it's going to be a positive step? Do you think there's anything that can be done? And if you had a magic wand, would you want AI in there? Or do you feel like that's the sort of place you don't want it being touched?
It's a really good question, actually, because, our platform is built where, AI isn't necessary in the sense of we've got things like an Outlook integration, things where it all works as it is. But I think what's nice about that is you can then take your time. And I think Free Agent mentioned it actually last night at the Digital Disruptors of, well, look, our platform is great. We can now, be a little bit more hesitant maybe and kind of assess what that looks like.
And
then ensure that when we are then really purposeful with the AI, that it's genuinely solving a problem. But equally, you then see, I know QuickBooks are, they've invested a lot of money into it in terms of that AI space and what that looks like. So there's different approaches. But I think really from an RQ perspective, it's, well, how can we make this more effective now? And there's some really cool platforms. Vinyl, I think, is a really cool platform that's out there at the moment. And not to share too much, but I thought to myself the other day, well, what if actually RQ and Vinyl, where you're in that meeting, you're recording that meeting, and actually they mention a referral, and that AI can pick that up and make that referral before the meeting even finishes. Little things like that. So actually what I think it comes down to is the partnership potential of who's using AI cleverly with purpose, and how can then we use our kind of compliance element to it almost to give that foundation, which I know people
confidence in using it,
right? Because I think a lot of AI people, there's still an element of, do we trust it? But also if we can then offer that foundation of compliance, 100%. That's a really cool part of AI then that can then be utilized to know that, well, if I'm making that referral, it will still be compliant. It's just that AI can pick that up rather than me doing it or sending an email at the end of this meeting or whatever.
100%. I love that idea. And it really shows you like where the future could go, right? And it is about finding the right partnerships and having the right people connecting to it, isn't it? Like that's how it's going to work, right?
I think that's it. I think what we see now is it's just the term is thrown around so much. It's, I think, already becoming tiresome to a lot of people. And I think all that people want now is, well, show me where it's going to make a difference in my business. And as soon as you show me that, I'll be back in again. But it's that just AI term that is just constantly thrown around.
I feel like integration is such a big part of the accounting industry. Like we crave integration. Like we can make or break a decision on what software or what vendor we're going to go with based on their integrations, right? I feel like AI actually puts purpose to that integration.
Yeah, I hope so. I think, again, it's that, I've said it a couple of times, that purposeful element to it of this is how it can merge our two, or give us a common purpose, I suppose, to work together.
Yeah, love that. Right, okay, we're down to, well, I would say it's the most important part of this conversation. And so we're going to test your knowledge on the top trumps games.
I'm going to be so bad at this.
Is there anyone you want to beat on the list? I mean, I've not shown you the list yet, but is there anyone on there that you are desperate to beat, that you want to, want a bit of, like on Top Gear where people are trying to
look at those times.
Fastest time.
You know what? I just don't want to be bottom, but I've seen Bev's name there now, who I know really well. And I think if I could just get beyond Bev, I would be more than happy.
Okay. So Bev's time is what's up for offer. That's 22nd in the list. So I've got every faith in you on this.
I really don't, because my knowledge is atrocious.
So I'm going to remind you of the rules quickly. The rules are, I've got 5 cards in front of me, and you're going to ask me yes or no questions, and at any point you can skip. But if you do skip, you get a 1-minute penalty added on.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to start my clock. 3, 2, 1. Ask me some silly questions.
Is it a accountant?
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Are they a vendor?
Technically, they are a vendor now. Sorry, yeah.
Johan?
No.
Oh, okay, so they were an accountant. Oh, I'm so bad at these questions. Male?
No.
Female?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's a good start. Are they here today?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Are they doing a talk today?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Are they on a stand?
They are. Yes.
Oh, goodness me.
I would go down maybe colour. Colour's a good one on this one.
Colour?
Of the stand.
Oh, of the... is it purple?
Close to purple.
Blue? I'm gonna pass. Honestly,
Are you sure? Yeah. Sure. She was very relevant yesterday. I may have shared the stage with her yesterday.
Is it Indy?
No.
Oh, is it Zoe?
Yay! Next.
Thank you for the help. Accountant?
No, he's definitely not an accountant.
Oh, vendor?
Yes.
Okay. Is he here today?
Yes. I believe so anyway. But
is the stand blue? I'm gonna go down the colour route now.
Is it blue? I'd say more purple blue.
Purple than blue? Oh God, what's purple?
I would have said it's more purple. Maybe I got it wrong.
Right. Is he older than me?
I'm not sure on the branding as much. Is he older than you? It's a great question. I believe he is.
Skip. I'm gonna.
Well, no, you definitely know him.
Oh, do I?
Really, really know him. You may have been in his proximity of him all day.
Oh, Johan.
No.
Oh, what? Who else? Oh, Steve Radar.
Yay!
Oh, no way. Right.
Come on, you've got this.
Vendor.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, vendor and accountant.
Vendor and accountant. Are they here today?
Yes.
Are they doing a talk?
Yeah, they've done a talk, yeah.
They've done a talk today. Was a talk on AI?
I don't think so.
Oh, God, I don't even know what it could be on.
I think they were near your stage, I think. Your thing over there in the corner.
Were they?
That talk was.
Oh, I'm going to have to just...
Do you know where the stands are? Because the stand's right in the front.
Was the stand right at the front? Tax calc stand.
Well, who else on the tax calc stand?
So Johan's on there. Who else is on? Oh, is it Johan?
Johan, yeah, there we are.
Oh, you give me some nice ones as well. I'm just terrible.
I'm trying my best here.
You've been really kind.
Bed might be okay.
We're only on 2:46. Have I skipped any yet? I haven't skipped any. We're okay. We're all right.
We've got 2 more to go.
Okay, 2 more to go. Let's go.
Got these.
Right. I'm going to do the same questions, aren't I? Accountant.
Yes.
Great. Are they here today?
Yes.
Female.
Yes.
Okay. Female accountant who's here today. Are they northern?
No. They have a northern office, though.
Well, they have a northern office.
And a southern office.
So, okay, so they're a decent size.
One of the offices is in this city.
In Manchester. Rachel Harris.
Yay! I'm not going to give you any clues on this one. You might have to skip, but go for it. Last question.
Okay.
You've got this.
What time are we on? 4:09. Okay, so I can skip and still be at 5 minutes 10. We're good. I'm going to do 20 seconds on it, then I'll skip. Accountant.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Right. Oh, she is. And it's female. Wonderful. That's great. Is she here today?
No, she's not actually. No, she's not.
Here.
I don't think she is. I've not seen her.
She's southern?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, very southern. Okay. Time up. Skip.
Ariona.
Oh, Ariona. Oh, I know her so well. So you were so kind to me with those nice cards.
With one question skipped on 4 minutes 32 without, 5 minutes 32 with. That puts you 19th.
You know what?
Just below Ryan Percy. So that's not bad.
You know what?
Ryan Percy's, he knows his
Considering
stuff.
I was atrocious at that game and you gave me probably the easiest cards that you've given to anybody, I will take,
I'm not saying anything.
top 20.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for being on. So use that camera, that camera, that camera, that camera, whichever camera you want to plug, and plug away.
ICAEW is genuinely a fantastic product that is making such a huge difference in the accounting world when it comes to making referrals compliant. So yeah, please come and see us. And if you don't come and see us today, reach out and use LinkedIn and all those kind of things to look me up.
Have you got any other events planned for the year or for next year, should I say?
Good question. Yeah, we're just renewing them at the moment. We're hoping, actually, we're just looking at the Tax Calc Engager so at the Science Museum in London, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
So, we're hoping to be down there. DAS now, it's not this October, it'll be next October, won't it? And then, going from there. So hopefully there'll be a few more. But yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. So if you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. We've got plenty more content coming from the world of Accountex 2025 Manchester and amazing guests like Sam himself. So come along, watch the stuff, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Keep an eye out for our grid walk as well, where I believe we walked past your stand, but you weren't there. So,
that sounds about right. I was getting a croissant at the time.
Yeah. So maybe next time.
Next time
We'll make sure that you're there. So again, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you so much for coming on our silly little podcast, and well done on getting in the top 20. That's well done for that.
Good effort. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Have a good one. Bye for now.